So I want to make this journal page, and I was binge watching Dina Wakley, and she was using her new gel press as well as like tissue paper to create these really cool prints. So I thought that would be fun to do, kind of imitate, use that as my inspiration, though I'm not using her gel press because I already have one, but I do still keep it in its original packaging just to keep it safe and free of dust. So I'm going to lay down some paint, and the colors I'm going for are like a goldy on this, because I want the image on this tissue paper to shine through. I want my image to really shine through on this because the tissue paper does have some really beautiful print on it, and it's important that you can still see it. So, but I'm going to use just a little dollop of this Golden Glow. Spread that out with a palette knife, and it's probably going to pick up some of these bits of other paint that I have down. This is by Folk Art Plaid, and I'm not so concerned about getting the entire gel press covered because I'm going to do this in sections. I'm actually going to tear this paper apart as I lay this out. Then we'll do a little bit of White Cottage by Folk Art again. I love these paints on the gel press. These are acrylic based paints. You can throw anything on a gel press. And so I'm using a palette knife to give it a little bit more interest and texture, but I don't want to get it too textured up because I don't want it to conflict with my image on my print. This is actually Dina Wakley Mixed Media, and it's her gold gilt gel. I don't even know how to say it. So I'm kind of wanting the layer to be light. Okay, so it's not all covered, and that's okay because I'm not quite sure that's what I want to do on this paper before. So I'm just going to tear some of this off and just take this and rub it down, and then we're going to lift that up. Oh, see, that's beautiful. Oh, I love it. You can still see the image, but you also get that really pretty the gel press, the ink on it. Look how it compare. See, that's so pretty. Okay, so now that I've kind of tested it out and I feel pretty good about it, I'm just gonna lay out this one, and then I'll pick up some more with the other one. And I can tear this after this dries to place into my journal. All right. Look at that. That's so pretty. And then like right here, it didn't pick up because it had picked up everything over there. You know what? This tissue paper, it is really picking up everything. That's so cool how it just really sticks to everything. This is good to know as you clean your gel press, just to maybe put some tissue over it, tissue paper like this if you want to get it clean. I like mine grungy, but you know, it really does a nice job cleaning it. Ooh, loving it, loving it. All right, and then I'll do this one little last piece just to kind of pick up the excess. And, you know, before I lay this down, I may decide I want to add some more texture to it by crumpling it up. which is totally cool. So these are some background pieces I'm going to use on my journal, and I decided on the tissue because the tissue paper is really nice in a journal. It doesn't weigh it down. It goes on kind of translucent, and it still picks up that color. So that's really beautiful. Okay, so from there I'm going to go ahead and start to work on my page, and I am using my mixed media journal, and this is a cotton-based watercolor paper, so it's really absorbent. And I'm actually going to use my scribble sticks, and I pop them out into the lid because it's easier to get to, otherwise they're hard to get out of the case. So I'm gonna put away the colors. I'm gonna put them back over here that I'm not going to use, and I'm going to leave out the colors that I am going to use so I don't get it confused, because sometimes when I start going I just lose all track of thought and go crazy. These are the images that I am going to place in here. The sentiment is you are the heroine in your life, and I thought that these pictures by Calico Collage really express that well. I love this download. It's a digital download. I think it's like $5, if that, and you get these images plus a few others and a couple other beautiful sayings, and you can just print it at home and it comes out gorgeous. So make sure that you check out Calico Collage. I have her link provided in my affiliated links down below. So for these definitely have like a rosy undertone and things like that. So I'm going to go ahead and put away my blues and my purple. I'm going to leave out my red and my pink. I think I'm going to put away my orange. Nope, you know what? I'm going to leave the orange out. Going to put away my yellow, my turquoise, e-color, my lime, and this is a, let's see, this is an umber. I think I might leave that out. I'm going to swap that out for the orange, and I'm going to leave the black out too. All right, so I'm going to be using scribble sticks, and what scribble sticks are is they are a pigmented stick. They're not a crayon because there's no wax in them. They're strictly pigment. They react with water. But if I were to be placing this on the canvas, I probably would have a harder time getting it to react with the water. So I'm laying it out on this cotton watercolor paper in this mixed media journal that is Dina Wakley. So I'm just going to randomly scribble. Literally, I'm scribbling, and I'm making sure that I'm moving my stick all around to get my point nice and sharp. Leave that out. I'm going to take my sheets and set these aside so I don't soak them as I go ahead and wet this down. Just taking I love this little bottle. It's a distress sprayer, and you can do a couple different things. Like there's a hook here, so if you want it shut off, it shuts off, but you push it to open it. If you do small, slow squirts, you get dots, but if you do regular squirts like this, you get pretty good coverage. And then I'm just going to take my brush and really pull that color through. This looks really loud right now, and that's okay. because I'm going to be doing some collaging on top of it with those tissue papers that we went ahead and gel pressed. I like how that is with the water, so I'm going to leave that alone. I'm actually going to go grab some glimmer mist and put that on top of here too. Alright, so it's dry enough to start my collage, and I am just literally going to lay these pieces out. And I'm going to use this ultra thick gel medium. Use some cottage white just to kind of soften this up just a little bit. Put some paint down with my palette knife. And I'm going to start to lay out my pictures, but I want to make sure that this one I think is the center, because she just looks so like, yeah, this is my world and I'm going to make the changes. I love that. So I'm going to tear off the edges of the little pictures. These pictures, and since I'm putting it into an art journal, I just wanted them to pop, so that's why I'm going ahead and using the scribble sticks to distress it some more and add some color to the edges. I'm going to put some Distress Collage Medium over this. It's in a vintage, and this works as a glue and a sealant. It's going to add a beautiful tinted vintage look to this, which really makes it blend nicely into the background. Here I'm going to add some texture to this page using some Nouveau Embellishment mousse. I'm not going to put the vintage distress medium over this. I'm going to just use the clear medium over this because I want this picture to pop a little bit more than the other two. I may use some of the distress medium around the edges, but I'm going to make sure that I leave her body and her face clean and free of that so that you can really see that come through. I'm going to be adding some more of this embellishment mousse. This I think is, oh gosh, I forgot the name of it. I think it's a vanilla one. I'm not quite sure. Oh, it's gonna drive me crazy. It's kind of like a peachy gold. I want to split this apart, cut it down, and put the letters on individually. All right, so now I'm going to go ahead and finish off the page with some of this ink dots. I'm just going to do some splats. And my ink was dried up because I haven't used it in a while, so I'm going to go ahead and just kind of make my own. And I'm going to take some black paint with some water. I'm going to take my splat little brush, and there we go. I also got all over, but that's okay. I'll wipe it up before it dries. Okay, so that is my finished journal piece, in which I just used a beautiful digital download. I hope you guys enjoyed this segment in my channel. Please make sure you check out Calico Collage. The link is listed down below. And if you have any questions or comments, please go ahead and do so. Please share this video if you enjoyed it, and subscribe if you haven't done so. Until next time, happy crafting.